The side plank is one of my favorite core exercises because it has so many possible progressions and regressions. Here I am showing a basic side plank on your elbow and knees, but if this feels too challenging at first, try starting on your feet and place your elbow on a higher surface, such as a countertop or table. Once you can hold a side plank at higher levels with good form and ensure you feel it in all the right places, you can work your way down to lower levels until you get down to the ground. Come onto your side with your knees, hips, and shoulders in line with each other, and prop yourself up on one elbow and forearm. Place the pinky side of your hand down on the floor like you're chopping into the ground. You can have your knees stacked or straighten your top leg so that your foot extends to the ground if you need a little more stability from that leg. Make sure your shoulder is stacked over your elbow and come nice and tall through your arm, thinking of pressing through your armpit. Push into the ground through the armpit and the outside of the bottom knee and lift up through the bottom abs to raise your side off the ground. Inhale into your back, sides, and hips. Exhale, think of your hip bones, abs, and ribs knitting in and around toward each other. You should especially feel this in the bottom side abs, including your obliques and even some lower TAs as you knit your abs up and in. For some, the serratus can be one of the weak links for a side plank, so if pressing and lifting through your armpit is challenging for you, this may be where you want to extend your top leg out to the ground or even slightly in front of you. You should not feel any scapula winging, as can happen if you're sinking into your shoulder. If you have a rib flare, when the side with the flare is on top, you can place your top hand over those ribs for feedback to help you think of knitting those ribs in and down with each exhale. Or you can extend that top arm out in front of you like a kickstand to help naturally pull those top ribs down. Your trunk and rib cage should be aligned and facing the same way. If you feel this in your back, you may have a twist in your rib cage or pelvis, or you may be arching through your lower back on that bottom side. If this is the case, you may be using more of your back muscles instead of your obliques, and that creates an arch in your back rather than connecting the top rib down to the pelvis. You want to connect your top rib and pelvis using your abdominal muscles to help open up the back area and enable you to connect your bottom abs even more. Lastly, pay attention to forward head posture. We want to maintain a nice long spine, thinking of coming long through the crown of your head.